Good morning and welcome to the March segment of my continuing growing collectives of purchased goods and items that I use to prove the existence of Jesus Christ and the existence of each scripture in the Bible and the accusations and the questions that I've been asked to prove the existence of Jesus Christ. Now, we are going to be discussing this pattern in the form of band names in the Bible, and the Amalekites usually ask me in regards to makeup, how do you prove in 2025 that Jesus Christ exists with the use of makeup? It's called foundations. Women cannot go into the building aspect of building homes and creating homes and all of that stuff. That turns a woman into a female, into a Pharisee eventually. Now, it's not to say women can't build furniture. Women can build furniture, but they cannot build homes. They cannot build the homes that the furniture goes in. They can build the furniture that goes into the home, but they cannot build the homes. So here is how a woman can count her existence in my makeup collection as foundations, which represents the furniture created by a woman, which is very, very legal. So let's get into today's 15-minute roundup. Well, technically 12 minutes by now because I've already done this intro for about a good 2 minutes. So 12 to 11 minutes. Let's begin. This foundation, Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and this is the shade 8. This is the shade 8, and this brings us couches from a woman. Couches made by a woman. This is the comparable product to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filter, and this is in the shade 008 Rich, and it is infused with primer, so you would not need to use this with a primer. This brings us, the lawn wood chairs. I've made one of those myself in high school. This brings us those lawn wood chairs that you sit on when you go to the beach. Yeah, this product brings us those lawn wood chairs. This product right here brings us kitchen countertops made by a woman. Kitchen countertops. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear, and I am in the shade 520, and 520 from L'Oreal brings us kitchen countertops. This right here brings us kitchen sinks. Women can install kitchen sinks. Kitchen sinks can be installed by a woman, such as myself. This is the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Makeup, and I am in the shade I do not know because the shade is covered by my name. This is probably toffee something, but this allows a female to be able to install a kitchen sink. This allows a female to install a bathroom sink. A bathroom sink that allows her to consistently have running hot water paid for by a male because the male built the foundation of the house. The woman provides the kitchen sink so that there's consistent running water. This is the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation in the shade 501, and this has 5% squalane with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is the provision of hot running water. Hyaluronic acid is hot running water. Hot running water has a acidic base of 115%, which is why the pipe stops at a certain point, because if it goes over 115% with the hot running water with the hyaluronic base, you won't have no more skin on your hands. This allows a woman to make shoes that you wear on your feet. This is the matte and poreless normal to oily foundation with clay, and this is the shade 340 Cappuccino. This allows a woman to wear panties. Let me wear my panties. Let me wear my panties. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, and I am in the shade M400 Warm Nude. By the way, you can find all of these explanations in the book of Joshua. All forms in the book of Joshua. This is where the makeup adheres to what the women provide in the home in order to help keep the home furnished. So, this is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover M400 Warm Nude Concealer. Let the woman wear her underwear. This provides clothing. You provide clothing as a woman to your entire family, to your entire community, to your entire town, to your entire city, to your entire country. This is the Milani Glow. This is the Hydrating Skin Tint, 410 Dark to Deep, 29% squalane with electrolytes. Electrolyte is the purchase of the clothing through electronics. And I am in the shade 410 Dark to Deep. This says that you have children and you provide for your children. This is the Annabelle Perfect Fit Matte Foundation. The Annabelle Perfect Fit Matte Liquid Foundation in the shade 300, and this says you provide clothing as well as rice grains. Rice grains in order to eat, because remember, before the birth of Jesus Christ, the Israelites used to only eat rice, while Pharaoh used to eat raw flour. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Medium 03 Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer Hydrating Foundation. This says you provide underwear for your son in order to protect him from being attacked with child rape by an older male, such as from the AGOT gatherings. You provide underwear to protect your child so that your child is not attacked through AGOT gatherings from an older male. This foundation right here says that you provide a roof you can tell based off of the shape of the foundation, you provide a roof over your head. Now, if you look over onto Wilkley Avenue, you'll see houses that have rooftops shaped like these. Those are houses that have been built to say that I've built and bought those houses on Wilkley Avenue and have provided housing for my family and the children in my family. Doesn't mean I'm responsible for yours, because I'm not. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Bear With Me Blur in the shade 16 Warm Caramel. and I use this usually and mostly during the summertime. I figured out my summertime makeup thanks to NYX. This can stand heat up to about 19 degrees in temperature. This one here, this Milani Glow here, not this one. This is a fall type of foundation. This one can stand a summer heat of up to 27 degrees over in temperature rating. This is not foundation, this is just some extra leftover powder, and I thought I had two, but I only see one, but okay. Where are you? This is from Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is the shade 35D. Once again, this tells me that I have had contractors build more than one home in the same form. You can look on Wilkley Avenue. When you drive on Wilkley Avenue, you will see more than one home in the same form, which means I should have more than two of these, but that's okay. I only have two right now. I already read you this shade. This is 16 Warm Caramel. And this is the shade 21 Rich. By the way, the numbers and the shade names tell you the name of the property and the number of the houses in the original form that they were built. Now the houses, the way you see the houses and the numbers on the houses and to the houses, that gives you the address of the houses, but the lot, this tells you the lot's name, and this tells you the contractor that built the house to the lot number, and the lot name. That is exactly what these foundations do. This powder, setting powder, tells me that I'm ordering flooring for the housing, and it tells me the type of flooring and the type of cleaning products that I can use on the flooring in order to keep the flooring clean during construction, because as you can tell, during construction the flooring will get dirty. The flooring will get dirty. So what kind of cleaning products can a contractor use to keep the floor clean so that there's not dirt, mud, and debris brought in that you don't want brought in? This is the product you purchase in order to tell them. This is when you tell them you want plywall. Because look, plywall lifts. Plywall lifts. Easy. You want plywall. Plywall comes off. You see what I'm saying? Plywall comes off. Plywall gets damaged. But plywall is also protected by insurance coverage so that when the damage occurs, you're not charged for it because you pay a rental coverage to protect any damages in the home, even if it's yours. With that being said, that is part 1 of today's video. I will see you all in part 2.